What ethical issues arise when investigating evidence for personal injury claims? Imagine trying to piece together a puzzle with some pieces missing. That's often what investigators face when gathering evidence for personal injury cases. It's a tricky balance between finding the truth and respecting individual rights. One big concern is privacy. When investigators use surveillance to track a person's daily activities, it can feel invasive. They must follow laws about privacy and avoid methods that cross ethical lines. For example, watching someone at their home without permission can be seen as an invasion of privacy. Another issue is how investigators behave during their work. They need to stay honest and follow legal boundaries. Using tricks like pretending to be someone else or entering private property without permission can be illegal and unethical. Such actions can damage trust and hurt the integrity of the case. Sometimes, evidence can be misinterpreted or taken out of context. For instance, a photo of a person lifting a grocery bag might be used to suggest they are fully recovered, even if they are in pain afterward. Presenting evidence fairly and honestly is essential to avoid misleading the court. Conflicts of interest also pose ethical challenges. Investigators hired by insurance companies or defense lawyers might feel pressured to find evidence that favors their employer. This can lead to biased investigations or withholding unfavorable facts. It's important for investigators to stay impartial and disclose any conflicts. Repeated surveillance can also become harassment if it makes the person being watched feel threatened or intimidated. Investigators must avoid crossing that line and causing psychological harm. In today's digital age, social media adds another layer of complexity. Public posts can be used as evidence, but interpreting them correctly is vital. A photo of someone at a social event doesn't necessarily mean they are not injured. Using social media content out of context can unfairly damage a person's credibility. Finally, honesty in presenting evidence is the backbone of fair legal proceedings. Investigators should provide complete and truthful information, even if it doesn't support their client's case. When evidence is lacking, they must avoid fabricating or exaggerating facts. It's tempting to fill gaps with questionable tactics, but that can undermine the entire justice process. In cases with limited evidence, attorneys and investigators need to be careful. They should conduct thorough investigations within legal limits and present findings honestly. This builds trust and ensures that justice is served based on facts, not on questionable methods. The core of personal injury law is fairness, and that depends on everyone involved acting ethically, especially when evidence is hard to find.